Hello, today I'm going to show you how to do a hybrid project using My Digital Studio. So to start my project, I am going to pick in the new project options, which comes up when you open your Digital Studio, cards and tags. Because I'm going to make a tag, I'm going to use this choice right. There, I'm going to move my screen a bit. I'm going to use that tag, and I'm going to do a 3¼ inch tag and create my own. And I will call this let's see, we'll call this a baby girl tag. And I can say OK. Okay, you can see my tag shape has opened up in the screen. There is this hole or circle showing where the hole will be, but that is not going to show up in my final project. So let's choose a color for my background paper, and I think I'll choose Pink Pirouette, and I'll say OK. So there's my background. I know I want to do a scallop, and I can go up and pick my stamps from here, and let's put in SC. Oh, here we go. Here's the scallops, and I believe I want this one. Yep, that's what I want. And so then I can say OK, close, and I'll pull that down to the bottom, move it up just a little bit. Right now I do have the crop lines turned on, and that shows that if you're having it printed, that they may crop off anything in this gray area. Okay, so I put down my scallop. The next step is I know I want to use a stamp that's with the pennants. So let me just, I can go back, get rid of that, and learn how to spell. Put in, there we go. It brings up the pennant. And I think I'll use this one and close that. I'm going to make that a bit smaller. It's too big, so I just grabbed one of the little corner pieces up there. Put that. Then I can go over to this side and, except for I want to go to the plus, and rotate it. Let's put it about there. I'll make it a bit bigger. There we go. And I want to make this colored, so I'm going to go over here and click on color change. And let's change the color to, let's see, what does Blushing Bride look like? Oh, I want it a little bit darker. Let's go to, I think that's any darker. And if I hover over Melon Mambo, let's go with Melon Mambo. Okay. And now I'm going to add another one of the pennant parts. Let's do this one. Close. Make that smaller. Okay. And just a bit smaller. Let's go over here and rotate that. You can also hover over the corner until you get this little circle, and then from there you can pull it also. I'm going to move it right over, and then I could see that I need to make it a bit smaller yet. Let's push it up until it's covering that second part. Now I'm going to use my arrow keys because that just moves it, nudges it, and then I can get it to where I want it to be a bit easier than using the mouse. I think we're just about there. That's where I want that. And I'll change the color of that. So if I put Blushing Bride in there. Oh, I like that better. Okay, so now I'm going to go and I would like to click, I'm holding down the control key, clicking both of those, and I'm going to go up to arrange and group. And so now I can also, using the shortcuts on the key, click control and copy, control C, copy, and then control V and paste. And that way I don't have to redo all those steps, but I get the same flag. There we go. Okay, go back up and I may want to tweak the spot here in a little bit. Control V gives me another one. Put it in the generalized space and Control V there. I want 4 altogether. We'll grab the little circle up here. Okay, there. Now I have, and remember to save along the way because you don't want to get a bunch of work done and then it quits or something on you and then you can't get this, then you lose all your work. Okay, so my next step is I'm going to go over here and pick stamps and I want to use the bulletin alphabet and numbers, and let's grab a B and I'll drop that down so it fits on my flag, and let's rotate that back around, put that up there. Let's see, let's drop it a bit more, and I just clicked on it and dragged till I get it to the right size, and so it fits in here. I'm going to fine tune my movements with my arrow keys down and to the side, and that's where I want that. Now one thing I can do, I just tilt it, just try a bit, nope, too far. There we go. Okay, and one thing I can do now is I can double click on it, and now it tells me in the size that it is 0.249 inches wide. And so when I pull in my other ones, I want an A, double click on it, make it 0.249, and then close that, and it shrinks that letter to about to the same size width. And I did, if you noticed, I had keep proportions the same so that I don't have to mess with that. And then just fine tune where I have my letter. And actually, now that I've clicked on this one again, I can do Control C for copy, Control V for paste. Oops, grab the wrong thing. That's what the undo button is for. Let's see. There we go. Control copy, Control paste, Control V, sorry. And let's rotate this the other way for our B. There we go. And because I just copied and pasted, it's already the correct size. So if you've sized something and you need to use it again, it's really nice to be able to copy and paste rather than to pull in another one if it's the exact same image. Okay, and then of course I need my Y. So let's pull that in. Let's double click. Let's make that 0.249. Close it out, and there we go. Let's go and put that up where I want it, and I want to rotate that. So this is the part I'm going to do on my Digital Studio, and let me save that really quick. And then I'm going to go down over into this right column here and say Share Project, Print, and I just want to print this first piece. However, I do not want, if I printed it like it is right now, it would print right in the middle of the page. So I'm going to click into Advanced, and I'm going to say, instead of Center on Page, I want to say Custom Layout, and then that will move it up to the top where I have a 1-inch margin, and I can drop that, and as I drop that margin, you see my image going over to the left. I can make the top one just by clicking on the arrow, and it's moving it up to the top. I'm going to give it about, or I can go like this and say 0.5, highlight, and I think I'll leave about a 1/2 inch margin on both of those sides. Okay, so now I have my piece, and it's going to print in the upper corner, and not in the center. Okay, so I'm going to say OK. Okay, I still have that checked. Then I'll say print, and it's going off to my printer. Okay, I am going to print it on Whisper White cardstock. So after this comes out, now I'm going to jump over to my video camera and show you how I finish this card up.